If your feet ache a lot, save this video. I'm gonna be going over a few exercises that you can utilize to hopefully get some relief. You're gonna need a lacrosse ball, a kettlebell, and a foam roller. Let's get started. So the first exercise, we're gonna take this lacrosse ball. You could even use a softball or even a baseball, but this, you can even use a golf ball as well, but we're gonna use this to roll out our feet. So we are going to come onto the floor and we're gonna start at the ball of our foot. We're gonna put our heel on the ground and we're gonna rock from left to right. And then we're also gonna roll from our ball of our foot to our heel. So we're gonna go lengthwise against that palm of our foot. So you're gonna spend about 2 to 3 minutes here, kind of rolling back and forth. If you find a spot that's tender, you can kind of sit there. You can even lift the heel and push in to that part that is tender. But I love to do this at least 2 to 3 minutes on each foot, at least once or twice a day. You could either do this at the house, at the comfort of your own house, or at the gym. So you're gonna spend, again, 2 to 3 minutes going back and forth lengthwise or side to side. You can even get to the heel. I'll typically do my heel last, and then I'll roll side to side. If you feel any crunchiness, that's okay. That typically some scar tissue in there. If you've ever had plantar fasciitis, that is no fun. I've had that before. It is not comfortable at all. You can utilize this to hopefully provide some relief. Also, if you spend a lot of time walking, if you wear steel-toed shoes and you don't get much movement in your foot or toes, this is gonna be a great exercise. Last one with the ball too is also having the ball of the foot, and then you're gonna work on splaying your toes out. So essentially you're spreading your toes and then relaxing, spreading the toes and then relaxing. So you're going from, again, ball of the foot to the heel, and even the arch of the foot as well. Again, 2 to 3 minutes on both foot. I typically start on the side that is a little bit tighter. That is my right side. That is the side I had plantar fasciitis, and I want to avoid having it ever again. So I'd recommend starting on that side that you like. All right, that is the first exercise. Second exercise, we're gonna put this lacrosse ball away. We are gonna get to a kettlebell. We're gonna use the kettlebell. 2 different exercises you can utilize. The first one is gonna be to roll out the calf. If you don't have a kettlebell, you could use a foam roller or even a hard PVC pipe. So this hard PVC pipe, you probably could get it at the store, maybe at Lowe's or Home Depot, but this is gonna be helpful for rolling out the calf. I'll give you guys both variations here in a second, but we're gonna place our calf, if you have the kettlebell, on top of the kettlebell, light or heavy kettlebell. A heavy kettlebell won't move as much, might be a little easier. We're gonna place one calf on top and you're gonna roll from left to right, side to side. You're gonna point your foot, flex your foot. If you want a little bit more, add your opposite leg on top, and then same thing, roll side to side, point, flex. You can even lift your hips. This will be very intense. Now, depending on how tight your calves or ankles are feeling, I typically will start by my ankle and Achilles, and then I will work my way up. So then I'll go maybe an inch or two up, adjust, scoot myself up, closer to the bell, and then work my way up the calf. So typically I'll be on the belly of that calf, again, back and forth, side to side. If you run a lot, if you walk a lot, you spend a lot of time on your feet, this is a great exercise to release the calf, but also will help with your ankle. Again, like I said, plantar fasciitis, this can be a great go-to exercise. So you are gonna work all the way up to the top of the calf, almost base of that knee. You're not gonna go underneath or behind the knee, but just below at the top of the calf. Again, back and forth, back and forth. So you'll do that on both sides. You could put a timer, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on how much time you have. If you're really pressed for time, try to give it at least 30 seconds to this exercise. Again, rolling back and forth. Even if you have a heavy kettlebell, you can kind of slide your top calf or your top leg on top, back and forth on top of the bell. Because this is really light, I can't really do that. If I had the 53 or 35, I could, but same thing, at least 30 seconds on that calf. Then, I'm gonna demonstrate real quickly with the PVC pipe how that would look. So PVC pipe might look a little easier. I can, again, roll back and forth. I can even slide down and up. So similar to kind of shaving the back of my calf with the top of the bell, I can do that here with that PVC pipe or foam roller. So same thing, left, right, point, flex, make a circle with my ankle, go the opposite direction. If you find the spot that's kind of tender or chunky, try to stay there. Maybe lift the hips a little bit, roll into it, and getting into that calf. Now, the benefit of doing this on a PVC pipe or foam roller is I can actually get my peroneals or perineals, depending on how you pronounce it, on the side of your calf. So I'm going to lead my hip down, so right hip is down, left hip is on top. I'm essentially on the side of my body. My knees are kind of at a 45-degree angle, 90-degree angle, and then I'm just gonna roll up, bringing my knees into a tuck, and then extending out. So this is gonna roll out the side of your calves here. If you've ever rolled your ankles, raise your hand, me. I've rolled my ankles multiple times, and I've rolled both left and right. But essentially we're going to bend and then straighten, rolling out the side of the calf. So that is a benefit. The other additional benefit of the PVC pipe or foam roller is I can get my tib muscle here. So be careful, you do not wanna be on your shin, you wanna be on your tib muscle. So facing the ground. I'm gonna put the top of my calf, or top of my leg on the foam roller, and then I can bend my knee, bringing that leg into a tuck, and then extend, rolling out the top of that shin, or again, tib muscle. I can even add my other leg on top and then bend. I clearly have not foam rolled enough, so I'm very tender in my shin. I just did my high rocks race this past weekend with Team Power Monkey. It was amazing. It was so much fun. If you're looking for a challenge and you're looking to do something new, highly recommend doing a relay team of 4. It was incredible. What an absolute blast. Essentially only had 2K of running, but I did the row and the sled push. Sled push was first and then row later. But if you're looking to try out high rocks, it was really cool. Loved it. Did team of 4. There was also doubles, which is 2. You could do 2 females, 2 males, or male-female. Also, you could do individual if you'd like. But if you're new and you haven't done much running, I recommend the team relay. All right, so let's finish up. So again, team relay with Power Monkey was awesome this weekend. But again, so I can focus on the top of the shin right here, one leg or even both legs at a time, going back and forth, back and forth. All right, so that is the benefit of the PVC pipe or foam roller. Now, if I do the kettlebell, one additional stretch that I can do is placing my foot on top of that bell underneath the handle, and I'm just gonna place the heel down, and I'm just gonna lean forward. So that's gonna be a nice long stretch on the back of the calf. I can just hold, or I can kind of rock back and forward, back and forward. Again, 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how much time you have, but I do recommend getting both sides versus just one side. So I like to go back and forth between each exercise. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other. All right, next exercise. This is actually gonna be a stretch we're gonna hold. We're gonna use the kettlebell. We also can take it out as an option, so I'm gonna show you guys both variations. So again, a lot of these exercises are specific to the ankle and calf, and or foot, excuse me. So this is a 90-degree angle we have with both legs. This is a dragon stretch. I'll typically use this for my hips, right? Reach up and over. We're gonna do a low dragon. So I'm just gonna push my front leg past my toe as much as I can. And as you notice from the side, I'm trying to get my hamstring to my calf. I might have a small sliver of space between my heel and the floor, but the intention is to keep the entire foot in contact with the ground here. If your hips splay open slightly, that's fine. If you need to move or adjust yourself back, that's all right. But the intention of this stretch is to use your weight and leverage here to push your torso to your thigh, thigh to the shin, and we're looking to get this nice angle between our foot, or top of the foot, and the shin close. We're trying to close the gap here. This is going to stretch the ankle, the calf, the Achilles, as well as maybe a little bit of that muscle and tendon and base of the sole of the foot here. So this is a great stretch here, low dragon. Well, that's one angle. From the other angle, you guys can kind of see same thing here, stretching, pushing into that low dragon position. Notice that my knee is past my toe. That is okay. Our knees do go past our toes. Specific example would be going down the stairs. Now, if you want a little bit more and you're pretty flexible here, then we're gonna grab our bell. We're getting to that load, we're getting to this dragon position first. Bell's on top of the thigh. Notice that's behind the knee here, or knee joint specifically. Then I'm just gonna push myself forward, getting into the stretch. Now, if you are very tight in your calf and Achilles and even ankle joint, this might be difficult to hold or even get into, so you may need to take this off. On the opposite side, this might be helpful because it's gonna force that weight down a little bit more. I could even pull that bell back towards the mid-thigh, and that is actually going to allow me to sink into the stretch a little bit more. Again, we're targeting the calf, the Achilles, the joint here, and the ankle as well. So again, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever you can, but try to do the same on the both sides. If you can't do it entirely, hold for 30 seconds, maybe come out, and then re-stretch and redo the other exercise. All right, so again, that was a kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, you could even use a dumbbell, same thing. If we recommend starting light. I could either go lengthwise like so, or dumbbell like so, and just hold on to that as I sink into that stretch. Back leg's nice and long, and I'm trying to keep my torso facing forward. So just a recap of some of the exercises so far that we've covered. We did the lacrosse ball, which if you guys need a lacrosse ball or even foam roller, you can get them on the Rogue website linked below. But again, lacrosse ball on the base of that foot. Then we did the calf stretch on top of the bell. If you don't have that, you have the foam roller or PVC pipe, hard PVC option. And we also have the stretch. Then we finished with that low dragon as a couple different options. Now, if we're looking to do a little bit of exercise dynamically, this is the final exercise you can utilize. If you find this helpful and beneficial, please share with others or leave a comment below of this, any exercises that have been helpful for you, or if you feel like there's other ones that you could incorporate. All right, so this is a thin Rogue band. This is about a 1/4 inch thick. You can get them linked below through Rogue. We are gonna do kind of an active stretch here. So We are gonna lay on our back. We are gonna place this band kind of by the balls of the feet, maybe right in line with the balls of the feet or slightly below. So think maybe just above the arch. Bent or straight leg, up to you depending on your mobility. If this is hard to get your leg here, then you can always lower to a 45-degree angle. If you wanna stretch your hamstrings a little bit more, you can start here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of gently pull on the band, and as you pull on the band, you're gonna feel a stretch back of the calf, hamstring. Then after you slightly have some tension, we're just gonna push, point that toe, and then release. Push, point that toe, and release. So you could do the same thing as we did before, 30 seconds, a minute of these exercises, or do 10 to 20 reps. The intention here is just to create a little bit of resistance by pulling on the band and then pressing away. Also, while we're here, when we come back to a almost neutral position, I can pull my left hand if I have my right leg up, and I'm gonna get a little bit of an ankle roll in. So I'm rolling my foot in. We're gonna feel a stretch on the peroneals as well as the ankle joint. Then I can go back to center and then same thing, roll that foot in. So on the opposite side, it looks like this. If I have my left leg up, I'm then gonna pull on my right hand, pulling and rotating that foot inward towards my body. So center of my midline or my midline body. So pulling that leg in, again, same thing. Pull on the band. I can even actively pull my toes towards me, and then I can point and flex. And you may notice that one side might feel a little bit more tight, one side might feel more flexible. The focus here is just to see whatever range of motion you can get in and then go from there. You may or may not have entropy hair with you. Right now I have a lot of entropy hair, even though I've just vacuumed. All right, so that is the final stretch with a band. I know a lot of these exercises do require equipment. If you don't have a band, you could even use a belt, maybe loop your belt together on the last notch and utilize that as leverage. That is one option, or another strap if you have a strap at home. A yoga strap also is a great option if you don't have a band. So these are some variations of you guys incorporate. If you guys found this helpful or beneficial, please share with others. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. These videos are free to people as anywhere in the world, as many times as you can watch them or share them with. So if you have questions, please feel free to drop a comment below, share them. Also, if you guys are interested in some in-person mobility sessions, please check out my mobility classes at CrossFit Las Vegas. They are on Sundays, typically either twice a month if you can check them out if you are in the Las Vegas area. You can also head to my website, MARGAUXALVAREZ.com, sign up for my newsletter, as I will be doing more when I travel here shortly. So thank you guys again. I'll see you next time.